Let's see this question from GATE 2022 afternoon session. It says the linear elastic planar structure shown in the figure is acted upon by two vertical concentrated forces. So these are the structures, basically cantilever beams are there. Then it says the horizontal beams UV and WX are connected with the help of the vertical linear spring with spring constant K is equal to 20 kilonewton per meter. So these beams are connected with the help of this spring, and the spring constant or the stiffness here is K, and the value of K is given. The fixed support are provided at U and X. So these are the fixed supports at U and X. It is given that flexural rigidity EI is equal to 10 to the power 5 kilonewton meter square, P is equal to 100 kilonewton and A is equal to 5 meter. So this load is given, flexural rigidity is given, and the length of the beam, which is 2A, and here the value of A is 5 meter. Then it says force Q is applied at the center of the beam WX such that the force in the spring VW becomes 0. Then the magnitude of force Q is, so this force Q is applied here at the center of this WX beam in such a way that there is 0 force in the spring. Then we have to find out the value of this force Q. Now to solve this question, we will need to draw the free body diagrams of different parts in this structure. So for UV, we have this beam, and here this load P is applied, the length is 2A and flexural rigidity EI. Then we have the spring VW. So we have this spring, and because of this load there will be some force in the spring, let's say R, and so on the other end also force R will develop. Now for the last part, that is the beam WX, we will be having again this force R at the free end, and this force Q is also applied. Now what is happening in this structure, because of this load P, there will be some deflection for this UV beam, this beam, some deflection will be there, and because of this deflection there will be some deflection in the spring also, and then little bit of deflection it will come in this WX beam as well. Now as per the question, it says that the force in the spring should be 0. So force in the spring will be 0 when the deflection is in WX is same as deflection in this beam UV. Now if force is 0, then basically this force R is equal to 0, and this will be possible when the deflection delta UV is equal to delta WX. And there is no, this force R is equal to 0 in that condition. So we just have to write the equations for deflections for the two beams, and equating that we can find out the value of Q. So it is just a cantilever. So we know at free end the deflection is given as PLQ upon 3EI when the load is applied at the free end. So for this UV part, we will be having deflection P times 2A, that is the length, upon 3EI, as the flexural rigidity is EI. Now if we talk about the deflection in WX, so for WX we have this R is equal to 0. So we have this load Q which is applied at a distance of A from the fixed end, and then total length of the beam is also 2A here. So another A distance is here. So for this part, when we write the deflection equation, so we will be writing the deflection due to this load at this point. Let's say this is point Z. So at this point Z, the deflection due to load Q will be Q A cube upon 3EI, and EI for this beam is 2EI. So 2EI plus, because we want to find out the deflection at the free end, so we will be calculating the theta or rotation at this point Z. So we know for this cantilever beam, the theta or this rotation, it is given as PL square upon 2EI. Now for this particular case, this rotation will be PA square upon 2, and EI value is again 2EI. So 4EI it will become, and the deflection at free end, because of this rotation, it will be theta times L, whatever is this length here between free end and this point where this load Q is applied. So that is, we will be multiplying this theta with A. So we have this equation as I'm just using this P as a generic load. Here the actual load is Q. So Q A cube upon 4AI. So that will be the total deflection at free end for the beam WX. So here if we write Q A cube upon 6EI plus Q A cube upon 4EI. Now we can just simplify it. So this EI will cancel out on both the sides. A cube will also cancel out. So we will be having 8P upon 3 is equal to Q by 6 plus Q by 4. Now if we solve it further, so we have 8P upon 3 is equal to, we can say this will be 12 will be the LCM. So this will become 2 plus 3, that is 5Q. So this will be 4, and from here Q will be equal to 8 into 4P divided by 5, or 32P divided by 5. Value of P in the question, it is given as 100 kilonewton. So that is 100 times 32 divided by 5, and from that we will obtain Q as 640 kilonewton. That is 20 times 32 or 640 kilonewton. So that is the required value of load at W. So if we apply a load of 640 kilonewton at Q, where the value of P is 100 kilonewton, then there will be no force in this spring. So here you can see that this spring constant was given unnecessarily. Similarly, the value of flexural rigidity was given, which is not required unless we want to find out the deflection here. So deflection, if we had to calculate, we would need this flexural rigidity, but here we just need the load Q, and for that we had to equate this deflection in both the beams. So that was also additionally given to confuse you. So the basic idea to solve this kind of question is to first draw the free body diagram, draw all the forces that may apply in each part, and then use the condition that is given in the question to form the equation that is needed. So that's what I did here, and that way we can solve this. If you want to do your preparation with us, then you can go on to our website. We have special courses for GATE 2023, and you have these 3 courses from which you can select. So there is APSEd 1, in which you will get video lectures, practice tests, material, study material, doubt support and study plan. If you are choosing Premium Live, then apart from whatever is there in APSEd 1, there will be additionally live classes in which I will be solving important questions and concepts behind those questions, and also how to break down a question before solving it. And if you want personal mentorship also, if you want me to be available in your each step of your preparation, then we have our Premium Plus plan. So apart from whatever is covered, we have mentorship as well as personalized tests. So you can select from these options, and if you are interested, you can contact us and we'll be happy to help you in figuring out which is the best plan for you.